Call the meeting to order. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Persick.
Here.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Here.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Here.
Alderman Kerwin.
Here.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Here.
Alderman Tudor. Here. Alderman Studer. Mr. Mayor, you have a point.
Thank you. I declare that the regular meeting of Wilmington City Council on June 3rd, 2014 is now in session. Before you have approval of minutes of May 20th.
Mayor, I only found one typo on. Oops, I'm sorry. On page 4, the update on Buchanan, I believe that should be sidewalk. But other than that, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented and place on file.
All right, motion by Alderman Tudor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Persick. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Abstain.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
We have 6 yes, 1 absent, motion passes.
All right, Mayor's just a couple announcements. One's on here, the other one's not. Tag Day announcement for June 14th, the annual Dad's Day annual fundraiser, which I think is done by the IDW. Correct, Jim? Every year. It's like one of 2 that we have anymore, so just make everybody aware if they can come in at the proper rate for that. The other thing before you, if you guys noticed, I passed out a firm overview from John J. Milner and Associates. One of the biggest challenges we have from the city is when we're dealing with state issues, and we found out it's been very frustrating over the time with state projects when we're dealing with the EDP funds and getting stuff done, and we're dealing with the IDNR, and we're dealing with other issues out there in regards to like with the IPA loan and stuff with the water company. We've had some very challenging issues, and sometimes it's very difficult for staff. Staff makes calls down to Springfield, talk with various people down there, but once that phone's hung up, we don't know what's going on after that. So I felt, and I met with Mr. Milner, that one of the biggest benefits we could have, and this is going to be on a trial basis, is to have somebody actually downstate in Springfield lobbying for the city of Wilmington and the projects that we have. So I wanted to apprise everybody of this situation. I will be entering into a contract with John Milner and Associates as a lobbyist for the city of Wilmington for probably the next 4 months, from May through, or actually from now until the end of September. So he's already actually done a few things for us in regards to the EDP funding and stuff like that. So he's already kind of putting to work, so to speak, in assisting us with some of the issues we're having. And as we go through this process, one of the things I'll make sure of is that we get reports back from John, probably on a monthly basis, and see where we're at and see how the improvements go with that. And then once we hit that 4 months, we'll kind of see where we're at. We'll kind of determine whether we're going to extend that lobby. We also have, there also could be issues in regards to the federal level. I know they have some contacts through their association on federal stuff. So we need them. We'll kind of deal with that on a case-by-case basis. So I want to make sure everybody's aware of what we're doing here. And then we'll keep you briefed as things go forward.
Did they give you an estimate on a small figure on what it would cost?
Yeah, the cost would be $5,000 for the 4 months, which is kind of standard in regards to that. And like I said, it's in the budget anyway. We've got factored into the budget, so we're okay. But I think having that person there is going to help us with miles. I know we've had challenges with this EDP funds in regards to Peatone Road and all that stuff. I'm not kidding when I've told you I've signed documents for those intersections 3 to 4 times, same documents, because IDOT can't find them. And if I can have somebody down there physically walking into that office and say, here you go, it's going to be much better for us, because it just delays projects and pushes everything back. And we all know, especially that Peatone Road interchange, we want to get that done this year. It's something that's falling apart rapidly, and I want to make sure we have somebody there to stay on top of it. So I'll let everybody know on that. Next item is citizens' comments. Do you have any citizens' comments? Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm just going to give you an update on the coalition. Our
Okay.
next meeting is Monday at 8 a.m. at the fire department. And I gave you a copy of this. We're going to start the community action team with cats. We have Jay Placey, Matt Swick, and Kevin Finney for the schools, Dallas Henry, clergy, different police officers, and Tony and I are both on the community governance, Cubs and Sox working together. God help us. But if any, if you'd like to come Monday morning, you're more than welcome to come. We could use all the help we can get.
That's at the fire department, correct, Sheriff?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, any other citizens comments? Well, narrows it down, I think the only citizen out there. All right. Planning and zoning commission, their June 5th scheduled meeting has been canceled due to lack of agenda. Next meeting is tentatively scheduled for Thursday, July 17th, at 6 o'clock p.m. Committee reports, building grounds, parks, health and safety, Alderman Persick, Alderman Van Dyne.
Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, June 11th, 2014, at 6 p.m.
Water, sewer, streets, and alleys, Alderman Studer, Alderman Kerwin.
Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, June 11th, 2014, at 5:30 p.m.
Police and ESTA, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
Next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, June 10th at 5:30 p.m.
Finance administration, land acquisition, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
I have one, Mr. Mayor. I move to approve the accounts payable report dated June 3rd, 2014 in the amount of $694,192.44.
Motion by Alderman Studer, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Tudor. Any discussion?
What's the big ticket item on there?
Would be the sewer loan, the IPA loan
Yep.
is on there, under Fund 4.
$451,000?
Yes, sir.
Ouch.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer,
Yes.
Alderman Tudor,
Yes.
Alderman Persick,
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall,
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne,
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin,
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent, motion passes.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, June 17th, 2014, at 6 p.m. Although we do have one meeting with
Committee of the whole
tomorrow.
tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
Ordinance and license, Alderman Kirby Hall.
Mr. Mayor, our next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, June 10th, 2014, at 6 p.m.
First down, collective bargaining, Alderman Hall, Alderman Persick. Yes, to do that executive session.
Nothing.
City Administrator report, Mr. Kraft.
Yeah, I want to turn it over to Kim in a minute, but I'll give you a couple updates. The North Island, you notice our crew's been down there. We do have a few more things to finish up on the project. We should have that done over the next week to 10 days. There's a small sewer problem that they need to fix up in front of Nellie's. So the crew's getting ready to do that, and then they'll be able to get that front end of the parkway done. As you can tell, we got green stuff growing in the parkway is what the easiest way to put it. We're working with Nellie's and everything else. We're going to put that river rock in, and then we're going to be looking for a Route 66, some type of Route 66 thing, put it beside the river rock, working with Nellie's on that. Go by and see the mural. Over by Nellie's there. And then we got the quote in for the lights put up in the parking lot, and we're getting ready to run the wire through the conduit and get the kiosk and the lights up and running. That'll be coming to your Wausau meeting next Wednesday, that quote from the company. And they're also putting some wall lights up on Nelson, working with them on the front and side and the back. So hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have things lighted up properly for Catfish Days and 4th of July. Gotta get cleaned up a little bit too.
Do we have a status on the public parking signs?
Don't know. They're checking to see what was in the contract. If not, Gary said he's just gonna order up some extra ones and just put them up. Have to call IDOT on a couple of them. But we're probably just gonna put them up on the poles and call IDOT.
What about the handicap signs? They've been ordered or?
Well, for that, for parking lot,
Going
yeah.
or-
For that parking lot, everything's straight properly and the handicap lot. They're up there already. And then Jackson Street, they're working on that area, they're working at the boulders to come up with a little better design there, and some green. Now there's some talk about maybe putting that river rock in there with just some planters, work with the garden club, and use the planters sort of as those ugly looking orange ballards, put some actual planters in there so people can't drive down. And normally those planters can be moved, with a bobcat, so sheriffs need to use it once a year. Get down there, we'll be able to do the bobcat and planters for them, so they get their truck in there once a year for that purpose. Police department, a lot of activity been going on over there. Darren's been over there, I was living there. We're gonna pour the sidewalk, get it all prepped up by Friday on Buchanan, and then also get the Sally Port floor done, and get that in. Garage doors should come in by Tuesday or Wednesday next week, so we can button the place up. It looks like on the 16th, they're talking about doing a punch list walkthrough with us, where they can turn it over to us for our carpet people, our painter, and we're still getting quotes on tile, ceiling tile. We got one quote in, we're trying to get a second one in now, so we have some comparison for the ceiling tile back. So everything seems to be going right on task. I know Darren's been working with IT, make sure that live scan and the leads terminals and all that stuff will get switched over in a timely manner. Turn off there, turn on here, simultaneously running. I think we're still looking at a July date, some sort. Probably have a better date in about a week and a half, 2 weeks to tell you what most likely it's going to have. So I think it's going to be middle of July.
So when do you think they're gonna get the finished backfill and get the flat work done on the building?
They'll start up after these guys, after the siding guys are all done now and everything else. Now they'll really get in there. I search should get in there, but next week sometime. And we're hoping to try to get something done this week before the rain comes tomorrow. But the rain's going to be what they're saying, a couple inches. Now Easter probably won't do it until next week. Get all backfilled in, and then we got the driveway we got to do, and get all that done, and our parking area all done. So like I say, optimistic is middle of July. I think it's going to be more of August 1st date, because I think we're going to have some outside work that's to get done yet before we can move in. But everything's going well in the budget. We're still under our 2 mil. We haven't run into major issues to where we're going to pop over, and so we're staying within our budget. We are going to have lockers delivered from the installer and have storage. We're trying to get those things delivered on Wednesday, and they'll put them in the Sally Port until we do the punch list. That way, we'll have anything inside the building until we get that punch list. So we're not going to wait. Scott would walk away with 4 or 5 things I've done. So we'll see how the punch list goes. Shouldn't be much for them to do. They're pretty cleaning up a lot of it right now that Darren's asked them to do with COVID. Tomorrow night's our budget. You guys asked for some copies ahead of time. I'll let Kim tell you a little bit about that. It's a draft. Maybe I can talk about it. So get into it. It's a draft for about $70,000 in red yet on the draft report. But that will include some of the things that have been requested by some of the departments. So we'll go over that tomorrow. But it's in the past, we've given you guys corporate sometimes $300,000-$400,000 in the red, so we really tightened everything up we could and get the conservative numbers on the revenue, so we're not over projecting there. And I know Kim's been double checking, triple checking the numbers to make sure we're pretty close. So tomorrow will be corporate. We'll go over that. Figure about, it could take us a good hour and a half on that one. But let you have it, take a look at it. Highlight any questions, and if you want to email something to Kim, go right ahead. She'll try to answer. That's part of it.
Thank you. Attorney report, Mr. Urban.
Thank you. Past 2 weeks, I've worked on a couple of issues in regards to tax abatement for a company that was been in abatement. Also, I have prepared an ordinance now for City Council in a couple of weeks, I believe, in regards to Northwest Muffler. It's a parcel that was to the city in 1991. According to the minutes, the entire property was supposed to be annexed, but the county doesn't recognize the entire park will be in the city. The city attempted to annex the rest of the property in 2005. The county still doesn't recognize that part in the city. So I prepared an ordinance that annexes the additional property, and actually annexes the whole thing all over again, and also reaffirms that we annexed it back in 1991. And so that'll be before you in a few weeks. And also basically determination in regards to the zoning of the property. When it was first annexed, it was given I-1 zoning, and now that zoning's been modified since it was annexed. So now some things that were allowed back then are not allowed now, so that also leads or clears that. And that's the extent of my report.
Thank you. All right, I will need a motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to go into executive session for land acquisition and personnel at 7:16.
Motion by Alderman Hall, do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Alderman Tudor. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Persing.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent, motion passes.
Thank you.